In broad daylight, this gang of robbers brazenly carried out their crime, targeting India's largest bank. Three of them broke through the doors, quickly subduing the security guards and destroying the surveillance cameras. The remaining robbers then quickly attacked the back door. After successfully eliminating the remaining guards, they planted bombs on every door of the bank. Once someone touched them, they would automatically explode in an instant. The situation was under control, but while one robber was still alive, while searching everywhere, they were surprised to find an old man calmly sitting and reading a newspaper. With just a few basic moves, the robbers were subdued. Indeed, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Don't underestimate him just because he's old. To him, they're nothing more than snot-nosed brats. In just a few seconds, the old man effortlessly knocked out the entire gang of robbers. The situation was reversed and everyone applauded, thanking this cool hero. But the old man's words immediately wiped the smiles off their faces. It turned out he's also here to rob the bank, he said, and suddenly the bank wall was breached. Immediately afterward, an armed FBI team stormed in. Seeing this, the old man signaled everyone to take cover while he himself remained alone to fight. The FBI fired relentlessly, but that didn't faze the old man at all. He charged forward alone with his two submachine guns, and the FBI was immediately overwhelmed. The old man shot down the FBI like a machine gun. Anyone who showed their face was instantly sent to their grave. The powerful FBI agents were nothing more than a swarm of flies and mosquitoes. They couldn't even touch a single hair on the old man's head. In less than 1 minute and 30 seconds, hundreds of FBI agents were easily dealt with by the old man, and finally the whole group was thrown out the main door. Upon receiving the news, the police chief rushed to the scene, but the old man remained calm, threatening the robbers to obey his orders or face immediate death. With no way to save their lives, the robbers obediently followed. First, the old man requested the manager to cooperate in opening the vault door while he himself. They quickly contacted the police chief, threatening him to withdraw all the police forces surrounding the bank. It turned out that 500 meters from the bank, a car was parked there and the woman inside was the old man's accomplice, monitoring everything and reporting back to the police chief. With the cooperation of the officers, the robbers successfully broke into the vault. Seeing the money before them, the ringleader, blinded by greed, immediately decided to kill the old man to seize the money. However, just as they were about to act, the old man already knew what was happening. Things progressed a step ahead. However, instead of immediately attacking them, he played a recording. It turned out that the person behind the robbers was the police chief. He had planned a heist to steal 500 billion, but they didn't realize they were just pawns in the police chief's scheme. He intended to kill them after the robbery to keep the money for himself, unaware that his plan had been discovered by the old man. The robbers, realizing they had been betrayed, were furious and decided to team up with the old man to deal with him. The police chief, to avoid exposure, had deployed a sniper team to the scene intending to eliminate the robbers and cover their tracks. However, the plan was discovered by the old man's teammates, who reported it immediately. Just as the snipers were about to fire, the cars outside the bank suddenly exploded, causing utter chaos. Seeing that the situation was out of control, the mayor dispatched a high-ranking commissioner to handle the scene and immediately devise a plan of action. This caused the police. The chief was worried that the crime Ben had committed would be exposed. First, the commissioner ordered someone to destroy all the cameras around the bank, preventing the old man's colleagues from monitoring the situation. Sure enough, after an investigation, the commissioner discovered that the police chief was the mastermind of the robbery. Extremely angry, and seeing that he could no longer conceal it, the police chief confessed that he and a friend, Sam, the branch manager of the bank, had planned the robbery. Knowing there was a notorious master thief who had never failed, the police chief sought him out and tried to hire him. His team attempted the heist, but was flatly rejected by the opposing side, none other than the old man himself. Unable to hire the police chief, he had no choice but to hand the robbery over to another team. Knowing the truth, the commissioner was furious and ordered Sam brought in for questioning. However, the old man's teammates intercepted him, and at the same time the police chief revealed that the bomb at the bank entrance was fake, meant to scare people. He reassured the commissioner and told him to lead his team in to subdue the robbers. At this point, the commissioner no longer believed him. To prove he was telling the truth, the police chief shouted, "Remove the bomb." Unexpectedly, the bomb exploded the very next second, instantly killing the police chief on the spot. It turned out the old man had secretly swapped the bomb, turning a fake one into a real one. To stabilize the situation, the commissioner had no choice but to negotiate with the old man. But unexpectedly, the old man only wanted to speak to the bank president. With no other option, the commissioner complied. The old man smugly told him, "Come see me quickly or the money in your bank will disappear." However, as soon as the old man hung up, the staff unexpectedly rose up in counterattack. Indeed, these people were no ordinary individuals. The robbers were nothing compared to them. In the blink of an eye, the entire gang was subdued. Then they rushed out and attacked the old man, giving him no time to react. Furthermore, he was outnumbered and he was quickly beaten senseless. Thanks to this, they successfully took control. Immediately afterward, the bank president arrived, and it turned out these people were all recruited by him. This guy quickly ordered his men to bring out the bombs he had prepared, intending to blow up the bank vault along with the hostages inside. After that, he would safely walk out and blame everything on the old man. But he didn't act immediately. Instead, he asked the old man who he was and why he dared to rob his bank. It turned out that the old man's group had lived a happy life like a family, but after completing a robbery in the state with 5 gold bars worth several $1 million, they decided to retire from their criminal activities. They lived a peaceful life, so they went to India together to start a new life. But unexpectedly, that day they were attacked by a group of thugs, causing his comrades to fall one by one. The old man only managed to escape with one surviving comrade, but unexpectedly on their escape route they were attacked again, causing their vehicle to plunge into a ravine. Luckily, in the final seconds the two managed to escape. He quickly took his severely wounded comrade to a villager's house for help, and that's how they miraculously survived. The old man secretly, the police sent investigators to look into the robbers who attacked them. They eventually discovered that the mastermind behind it was Sam. Sam had sent the robbers to deal with them because he feared they would reveal the robbery. The old man's group learned of this and had Sam's every move monitored. They then discovered the real mastermind was the bank president, but why would he bother planning to rob his own bank? At the same time, the police found Sam in a car. Terrified, he confessed everything. Seeing they had achieved their goal, the old man's team. The old man then detonated the bomb remotely. Sam was instantly sent to his grave. Seeing this, the bank chairman panicked and ordered his henchmen to eliminate the old man. But little did they know it was all part of the old man's plan. He had already removed all the bullets. At this point, he was no longer pretending to be innocent and immediately broke free from the control. Indeed, the more you pretend, the spicier it gets. The old man unleashed a barrage of powerful punches, quickly knocking down each man one by one. Even a dozen burly, dark-skinned men couldn't do anything to him. The old man simply gave them a free beating. Before long, the whole group was in so much pain they were screaming. Even the chairman was beaten within an inch of his life. At the same time, a video clip from the old man was circulating everywhere. Secrets were also revealed 3 years ago. The bank had been continuously enticing people to invest in mutual funds. Within just 1 year, it had 50,000 trusting customers who invested, and soon the amount had reached 25 billion. But who would have thought that overnight the bank would declare bankruptcy, leaving countless people with nothing but money and in dire straits? Realizing this was a fraudulent scheme by the bank's leaders, an honest employee, wanting to return the money to innocent people, spent time gathering evidence. While high-ranking officials were present at the bank, he urged those who had invested to come and demand their money back. However, the chairman, undeterred, ruthlessly eliminated the unfortunate employee and his parents. Although he knew his son was innocent, he could do nothing until one day, while fleeing from the police, the old man accidentally came to the house of this couple and was rescued by them. After learning the truth, the old man decided to seek justice for his benefactor's son, and vowed to personally reclaim the 25. The old man will livestream the entire process of returning the 25,000 billion to everyone. First, he demanded that the chairman reveal the location of the 25,000 billion investment money, but the chairman stubbornly refused to admit it. However, the old man remained calm and had his father question the chairman's subordinates. Sure enough, after being harassed for a while, the chairman could no longer bear it and confessed the 25,000 billion. The 100 billion was all kept in a secret safe in this bank. Seeing that they were about to get their money back, the people cheered incessantly. Realizing the plan had failed, the chairman's assistant immediately called the mayor for help, offering half the money as a reward. The mayor immediately dispatched a special task force to rescue the chairman, except for him. No one else survived. Immediately afterward, the commissioner was suspended, and instead someone from the mayor would personally take charge of the case. At the same time, the old man forced the chairman to unlock the secret safe. The scene before everyone's eyes left them speechless. Everyone was stunned. But who would have thought that all 25 trillion was counterfeit money? While everyone was confused and didn't understand what was happening, the old man quickly discovered his plot and pulled out a video. It turned out that the chairman had secretly transferred real money to another location. His purpose in staging the robbery was to blow up the bank after the robbery to destroy all the counterfeit money and then declare to his accomplices that 25 billion was burned to ashes. Then he fled alone with the real money, not sharing a single penny with anyone. At the same time, the army quickly surrounded the place. In this urgent situation, the old man quickly stuffed all the real money into a bag, then locked the chairman and his accomplices in a secret compartment. Seeing this, the chairman finally revealed the hiding place. The old man, having located 25 containers on his ship, left without hesitation after discovering the bank's location. But at that moment, the special task force unleashed a barrage of gunfire. The bank lobby instantly turned into a living hell. Dozens of innocent people fell in the hail of bullets. The commissioner was helpless, unable to do anything. Fortunately, in this critical moment, 2 fire trucks quickly arrived at the scene. Immediately afterward, the old man's teammate stepped out of a truck carrying 2 tons of explosives. All she had to do was press the button and everything would be destroyed. Seeing that everyone here would be dead, the special forces team could only stop firing. The group of old men then confidently left with the money they had just taken. Afterward, they distributed all the money and, taking advantage of the chaos, quickly escaped. The whole group boarded a boat and headed towards the ship holding 25. The army, relentless, dispatched dozens of boats in pursuit. A battle immediately erupted between the two sides, neither willing to back down. They relentlessly fired bullets like rain at their opponent. The old man easily took down one boat after another. However, helicopters in the sky also continuously fired, so soon the old man's group was hit by bullets. Seawater continuously flooded into the boat's hull, and finally the entire vessel disappeared into the ocean. At the same time, a video of the chairman confessing to all his crimes was released. His crimes were finally exposed, the chairman paid the price for his actions, and the commissioner successfully found the 25 trillion hidden in the container. The old man's group didn't die either. They quickly swam to the boat in international waters as planned. In the end, all the money was returned to the innocent people. So the movie ends here. Goodbye and see you again.